What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Titans Return Titan Masters Wave 2. So obviously the second wave of Titan Masters to come out of the Titans Return line. We've got two brand new molds in this wave and two repaints. So, but that said, the repaints are actually just repaints of the weapons that come with the Titan Masters themselves. The Titan Masters are actually new face molds at the very least, so you've got that going on. So we have obviously four here, two Decepticons, two Autobots. Let's take a look at Skytread first. So here we have Skytread. You can see he's got a brand new face going on here, but this is the terrible mold for the, not terrible mold, but the mold for the terrible figure here. So you obviously have that going on the back. There's no real information other than how each of these figures works with the subsequent classes, Deluxe, Voyager, and Leader, as well as, you know, the Titan class, of course. So you've got Skytread here. Next up we have Ape Face, which is the first of the brand new molds, and I'm really excited to have Ape Face in hand. Looks pretty cool, the gorilla dude, and he, you know, turns into this Ape Face Soundwave kind of looking face. So that's pretty cool too. Our next brand new mold for this wave is Braun, of course. You know, classic Braun head. And then, of course, this new kind of Jeep looking vehicle mode. I'm interested to see what kind of weapon this thing turns out to be. It looks rather strange. It's like a Jeep, but it's got all these treads on it and things, so curious about that. And last but certainly not least, we have Clobber, which is a reuse of the Crash Bash mold. And that is not a complaint because I absolutely love this mold. I think it's really, really great. And they went ahead and made it into a Grimlock head, which is actually pretty cool. Now, I do have one nitpick right off the bat as I take these out and kind of see what's going on with them. They look like the actual paint job on the Titan Masters themselves is rather toned down, so that is kind of a bummer. There's no paint on the little faces for these Titan Master guys, which is unfortunate here, and it does appear that the head on these little dudes is the same. There's no way you can tell, obviously, from just the video, but the head on Terrible here is the same as the head on here. But obviously the robot face on the back is going to be different. So you've got that going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open these guys up, figure out all the new transformations, and then I'll be right back with you to check them out in hand right now. Okay guys, so here we have Wave 2 of our Titan Masters, and we're going to start over here with Skytread. Of course, he is the reuse of the Terrible mold. So if you've seen that video, or if you have the Terrible Titan Master, you kind of know what to expect. But first of all, let's get Skytread out of his little vehicle here, and we'll just check him out up close a little bit. So there he is. A little blurry, I apologize, but he does have the ball jointed head, you know, very nice face sculpt. It's just a shame that it's not painted. He does have ball jointed arms as well, so you can get a little bit of movement out of that. He can raise his arms and you know, kind of put him out to the side about that much and you can get him in about that much. So not a ton of posability on these guys, but you know, it's enough for something this small. And his joints are fairly tight. They're nice, like solid feeling. He doesn't feel floppy at all, so that's good. And of course, you can flip over his feet and turn him into the Skytread head, which is a very nice head mold. I feel. I think it looks pretty good. In fact, I feel that the head modes of all these guys are actually really, really solid. Even more so than a couple of the original ones, the earlier ones, but. So there he is, looking pretty great. And of course, the vehicle that he comes with. So as you saw, you can plug him in there with his little feet, or you can flip this bit over like so, lock that into place, and open up these wings here. And then you can take his his head, just kind of shove it in there, and fold his legs out, and kind of plug it in like so, just like that. So, and I'm checking to see right now if there are any mold differences at all, but there do not appear to be. It's just that the missiles on this guy's sides are painted in, whereas his are just blue, so they do stand out a bit more, which is kind of nice. And his guns are actually a little more like tight feeling. They don't feel as loose. So, but there you go. And you can of course flip out this little post here and turn this guy into a blaster if you wanted to. You could leave it just like this, or you could fold it up like this, or if you wanted to, you could even flip this up and just kind of have it just sort of like a, you know, an underslung sort of tank that they're holding. But you have options there, so that's pretty cool. And that is basically Skytread. Yeah, nothing else to really talk about with that one. So we'll just put him off to the side. And onto our first of the brand new molds, we have Ape Face here. And as you can see, he is Ape Face looking. And he just basically is a gorilla, and he just kind of stands like that. He has a little bit of posability in his arms. They do go out like so, and they can go back like so, but that's about it. They don't go out to the sides, they just go up or down. He does have a couple of pegs back here that his Titan Master can peg onto, so you can see that. And let's take a look at his Titan Master really quickly here. So here's the Ape Face Titan Master. Again, no paint on this thing at all, which is really a shame. Like, at least paint the faceplate or something, you know? Just give us something here. Because all of these original guys had at least a little bit of paint on them, you know, whether it be the faceplate or the legs or whatever. Usually, some cases even both. So to have them just completely unpainted is kind of a shame. I don't know if they're using those extra paint apps for the vehicles themselves, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure which one I'd rather have, to be perfectly honest. So anyway, we can flip his legs over, and he can become a face, a very Soundwave-ish kind of looking standard Decepticon sort of face. But you can also, in addition to plugging him onto the back of the gorilla mode here, you can also flip these arms back, and they do tab onto this little bit here. So you can flip those and then flip this jet top over here. And then it's pretty much exactly the same as Skytread. You just want to go ahead, plug this guy's head in down here, and then fold the legs out and just plug them in there, and he becomes a little jet. It's neat. It's a neat little jet. The gorilla arms become thrusters in the back, and he's got all kinds of stuff. So he probably goes pretty quickly. And then you can, of course, just bring this peg down, and I guess that makes it a weapon. I guess. Or you could even, you know, pull this out. Oh, he doesn't want to come out. Come on, buddy. Let's go. So you can pull that out, fold this back, and fold this forward, and then you have, you know, these become blaster barrels as well. And I guess you could even fold that out if you wanted to. You got options there, or you could just hold it by the peg and have a transformer like pick it up and just throw this monkey at somebody, just flying gorilla. So you know, those are your options there. And I mean, overall he's pretty neat. Not my favorite out of the group, but he's nice. He's pretty solid for a new mold. And I just appreciate what they're doing. I like these little beasts that they have kind of tied in with the Titan Masters. It's kind of a fun sort of play feature. So you got that going on. Next up is Braun, the other of our new molds, and I have him incorrectly in his little vehicle here. This is kind of a weird one, to be honest with you. So this is his vehicle mode. It's kind of a Jeep sort of thing. It's got treads and stuff. And the way you're supposed to do this is fold him up into his head mode, like so, and then shove his head into this hole back here. It does not really like going in there, and when it does, I mean, it looks okay. But I mean, it's a Jeep. You should have the guy be able to just kind of sit in it. That would make more sense to me. But no, you're supposed to, for the other vehicle, you're supposed to flip this part out, flip his legs back like so, plug him in, if you can even accomplish such a thing, I guess, like that. And then he sits there, and you flip these bits forward, and then these bits back, and you've got kind of a hover bike weaponized thing. I don't know. I'm not a big fan, personally, of this. And then for the weapon mode, you kind of take this guy out, and you just pull this down, and it like very softly locks into place. And then you have this, you know, blaster here, and the blaster actually looks pretty cool. I do like the look of the gun. It's nice and I don't know, dangerous looking, I guess. But that's that. There's an Autobot symbol kind of hidden behind one of those things, a little weird. But then, of course, here is Braun, and he's got, you know, the same articulation we're used to. He's got kind of a Braun head, which is pretty neat. It is a faceplate head, so that's even cooler, I guess. And then you can, of course, flip these back over, and you can see it's a very nice Braun-looking head on the other side. Really nice sculpting on this, and it really gets the Braun appearance across. So that's pretty cool. I do like the head more than I like the vehicle thing. So, you know, it's kind of a trade-off. I guess you could just have it kind of stick like that if you wanted to. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I think they should just have it so he can sit in either mode, and it would make a lot more sense. I mean, you could, I guess, plug him in this direction in this mode and have him kind of sit down while he's you know, in a flying kind of thing, you know, and that actually works pretty well, and I do kind of like that, so we'll just go with that. And last but certainly not least, we have Clobber, which we've seen before. It is, you know, the I keep forgetting his name, Chomper, Stomper, or whatever his name is. I can't remember it. You know, the other one. I said it before, like a second ago, when I started this video. Of course, that was, you know, a little while ago. Crash Bash is the name that I'm thinking of. Okay, sorry about that. So this is Crash Bash, but he is now Clobber. He is an Autobot. He's in like a dark brown gunmetal kind of color with some like mustard yellow. I guess these are supposed to be Grimlocky colors, and he's, you know, he's a dinosaur-looking guy, of course. He's got a weapon mode that you may have already seen. You just flip this over here, and you just peg the legs into the sides of the body like so, and you just flip this down, and you've got yourself a pretty cool-looking blaster. Actually, I do like this weapon mode. Then, of course, you can split this dude apart here. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way. So split it. Bring this down here. Bring this down here. Get the legs out of the way. And now you've got some kind of like wyvern or dragon sort of bird monster thing. You know, the head becomes a tail, the tail becomes the head. He's got some wings going on here. This camera angle is like ridiculous. And you've got Clobber himself, which is a repaint, or I guess a recolor of Crash Bash, because the head appears to be exactly the same, and everything kind of looks like it's the same on this dude. Except there's no paint on the face, which is, again, a bummer. But you can flip it over, twist it around, and then you've got a very serviceable Grimlock head right there. So, actually pretty cool. I do like the Grimlock head on this. Haven't really found a body that I think Grimlock would work well on yet, but, you know, time will tell. We're going to be getting more hopefully very soon. But yeah, so really, you know, aside from the lack of paint apps on any of the Titan Masters themselves, it's another solid wave. There are repaints, but the recolors that they use are, you know, Crash Bash, which is easily still my favorite. Even out of the new wave, I do still feel this is the strongest mold. Just the way the two figures kind of interact with each other, and the usability and just the overall nice weapon mode that he becomes. I still think this is the overall strongest. I do like Ape Face. Braun left me a little bit wanting, and Skytread, I mean, is fine. I do like his little tank mode and the way he can kind of sit in it, and I think it's a serviceable jet mode as well. So, you know, I'm happy with those. So I am overall happy with Wave 2 of the Titan Masters molds. So, yeah, pretty decent. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help me out. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I do have more Titans Return figures coming real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.